Hello, everyone. We're here to talk about your energy and feeling drained as a female leader. So, for this, the episode 27 of the Wake Up Women Leaders podcast, we're looking at why women leaders end up feeling drained at the end of the day so much, why we're expending so much energy at work. We love what we do. We're passionate about it. We're driven to achieve, to do good work. Yet when we get home, feeling like a slug, exhausted, not having the energy to connect with your kids, not having the energy to enjoy your hobbies, right? Or the energy to make smarter decisions with food and exercise. This happens to so many women leaders, and we need to talk about it. Right, Nettie?
Absolutely. It's such a big challenge that I hear it repeatedly in the sessions that I work with clients, and they're not thinking about it from an energetic standpoint. They're thinking about it from a time management standpoint or a productivity standpoint, or they may even be feeling some shame around, this idea that they have all this time for work, but their kids and their partner are getting, or even just their personal interests and volunteer work are getting shortchanged because they've come to the end of the day and they're just exhausted. They've spent everything in their energetic budget before they even left the office or left from their work, and it's having some pretty significant effects. Now, you're going to notice that some of the things we talk about here might sound a little bit like burnout, but tease them apart just a little bit. There are parallels, but I want you to really think today, as you're listening to our conversation, about this perspective of the energy that you are using, investing, spending, burning through at work and at home. So, Victoria, you are honestly the best person that I could think of to even talk about this topic. And so share a little bit about your background and why.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah. So, Sensei Victoria Whitfield, if we're meeting for the first time, hello. I've been doing this type of work of supporting the energy levels of entrepreneurs and leaders for 16 years full time now as the world's first business Reiki master. So my joy and my focus is to really help impact-driven leaders to increase their energy so that they can increase their income and impact. I use my strategic meditation process, showing them how to do that, as well as lifestyle adjustments. We also go through different sales trainings to improve your energy, your motivation and comfort in relationship to being able to sell your stuff rather than feeling like you're selling yourself. You can find me at strategicmeditation.com, and we are really going to get into this today. It is so good to get to present this with you, Nettie, for what you do for women executives. So do tell.
Yeah, I love having these conversations with you. We both come from different perspectives to address these kinds of challenges that you, our listeners, are experiencing and we have experienced. So my name is Nettie Owens. I'm the founder of the Sapari Group, where I've been supporting women for over 20 years now through helping them to create a life that is centered around what they love, what they want the most, the direction they most want to head in. I do this through executive coaching, through one-on-one work, as well as programs that help you stay on track and accountable to the goals that you have. And if you're thinking, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what my goals are, I'm not quite sure the path that would get me there, there's a process for that too. And I can help you figure that out for yourself. So if you want to check me out, go to saparigroup.com and connect with me there, connect with me on LinkedIn, and we can talk more about this topic that we're going to be discussing today, or anything that you might be facing as a woman leader. Energy, though, let's come back to this. When I first thought about, this topic that we're presenting today and having an energy budget, I appreciated that particular framework because I think it actually works really, really well. This is not a matter of just spending your time better, about being more productive, but understanding that energy comes in just like money comes into a bank account, and it flows out just like money flows out of a bank account. And so if we can think about how we're budgeting, how we're allocating that energy, money in our different accounts, how we're spending it, either investing it or burning through it, then that gives us a really great framework to understand this concept a little differently than you may have heard before. I'm handing it over to you, Victoria.
Yeah. So ding ding, tap me in, goddess. Here I come. So good. So when we're talking about energy, by the way, let's define it for those who are listening and thinking like, oh, well, what do you mean energy? Like, what exactly? So for me, how awake am I during the day? So I like to think of energy as it's defined by physics. And in physics, the definition for energy is the capacity to do work. What is work, by the way? And, pun intended on work. So we could say work at your job or in your business as a leader. But according to physics, work is the ability to displace mass across a field. Like it's to affect change, essentially, is work. And so the capacity to affect change, or the capacity to influence, in other words, would be the definition of energy. And so we want to look at our influence bank account. Is it in the red? Is it in the green? Is it in the black? Does it have regular income and input sources? Are there assets that are producing more and more energy, or is it constantly being drained and then having to suddenly be filled, drained and then suddenly be filled? This influence or energetic bank account.
Or deficit. That's something, or are we running a deficit, which, you may be there right now. Like listening to this today, you may be saying, I don't even have the energy for work. I don't have the energy for home, and I'm running at a deficit. I'm borrowing time. I get enough sleep each night to get up the next day, but not enough sleep to reset. And sleep is just one way to fill your energetic coffers. So just keeping that in mind. But you could also be working at a deficit. And if that's true for you, please be kind to yourself. We're going to share some strategies today to help you start putting more energy back into your bank account.
Mm-hmm. And so for one, we want to highlight the importance of the quality of energy that you're putting back into your bank account, your influence, your energy bank account. Is it the kind that you just burn through quickly because it's kind of burning holes in your pants type of energy? Or is it sustaining? Or is it even accruing its own APR, like APY? It's giving you back energy the more that you go throughout the day. So oftentimes when people think about caring for their energy as leaders, they think, give me a cup of coffee. And okay.
Sorry.
Am I getting too far?
No shame on coffee. No shame on coffee. If you're watching, you saw my face. If you're listening, I just had this horrified look. It's not just coffee. It's any sort of artificial energy
Stimulant.
source. That's why
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is like high interest credit cards. These are loan sharks. Okay. That is the kind of energy that, okay. Sorry for that.
I refuse your apology. Apparently, this is resonating. And so I celebrate the fact that this is resonating with you and I both. Like, oh my goodness. Of course, that's why we're talking about this, right? So is it always having problems to solve, by the way, is another one. So we have the stimulants, but we also have the fires to put out as a source of excitement, right? That would be, not for nothing, another form of an energy input into your bank account that burns through, let's say, 80% of the bank account. Let's say you have $1,000 in that bank account, just for brevity's sake. And because you go to work to solve problems and to put out fires, because there's always something and everybody's incompetent except for you as the leader, right? You will burn through 800 out of the $1,000 so that by the time you get off work, there's only 200 left. And now coming home, there's probably another 800 or $2,000 worth of problems to solve at home, and you've only got $200 left in your bank account, so to speak, of energy to solve it with, right? That can be exciting and make you feel needed and meaningful, being the fixer. Yet women leaders, of course, we're elevated to that position because we have a sense of excellence and the ability to fix things. But you also need to learn how to ask for help. That, as a skill, can put passive income coming into your energetic budget. That skill of being able to receive support from others. Is this making sense?
So definitely making sense. And asking for help is a way to compound the energy that you have so that it will go farther. Like, you can do more with it and you can have more of it, because it's not necessarily doubling, right? Like, doubling would be an amazing rate of return, but not as likely as, let's say a 10% gain, right? We'll be happy with that, right? To be adding to our bank account at a 10% rate, we would be more than happy to keep that going because it's increasing our energy. There's an increase in building the relationship. You literally get positive neurochemicals going through your brain, working with other people. So it takes some lift off of your plate and it also adds to the bank account. If we go back to the external stimulants like caffeine, energy drinks, energy bars, things like that, sugar, etc., these things burn very quickly and fast and are likely going to get you into an energetic debt on the other side of it. The other things, like getting your energy from waiting till the last minute, is also burning through that energy quickly. And on the other side of it, again, is an energy deficit. It's, it does boost those neurochemicals, but it boosts them at an extremely high rate. Aside from working with people to help you and get support and add to it, the other, another option, and Victoria talked about those energetic highs and lows, another option to kind of level them out a little bit is systems. And of course, this was kind of like, I love systems. Systems are amazing, but systems have a low energetic cost to them. You install the system, and then the lift, the load, the work that has to be done, the energetic spend is low. And so you can maintain your energy level at a much, much better rate than if you are constantly in this putting out fires kind of a mode, which is, again, it does produce energy, but it is expensive energy and not sustainable.
Yeah. So, and this is so important because so many women do invisible work. And so, what we're talking about here is codifying it and budgeting how you are investing your energy as you go about the day so that you're investing it in those one-time levers, for example, like a system, or that low or low to no effort learning of a skill, asking for help. I mean, it's emotionally woo at first if you have an identity of I don't ask for help or that is weak. But once you shift that identity, oh my gosh, it's a pleasure. Everyone is happier when they get to contribute. That's why we ask for people's help, not because we're weak, but because we're communal and
Yeah.
open to welcoming people in. But learning about how we invest our energy is so important so that we can preserve how we make meaning in our lives. Emotion is energy in motion. I was talking about this is our influence bank account because we influence by having high emotion. So that's why we'll reach for the tasty mocha schmocha shamalama ding dong coffee, as opposed to reaching for, a nice scrambled egg or a higher protein, a thing that is more balanced, or a nice green juice that can balance your energy and sustain oatmeal for longer throughout the day. We'll grab for this mocha schmocha shamalama ding dong because it evokes this excitement, all of those chemicals, neurochemicals on the short-term fire, and makes you more excited and influential for a hot minute, but it'll burn through the rest of your energetic bank account super fast as you crash. And that's why at the end of the day, you're coming home with nothing in your emotional account, your energetic account, your influence and vitality account to participate. And when you do that, this affects your relationships, your health, your bank account, and your performance at work subsequently. Not being conscious about how you deposit into your energetic account. It matters. Your energy is everything, especially in business, especially in leadership. So we need to diversify how we bring in the energy into our bank account, the same way that we want to diversify our financial accounts, right? Diversifying your investments, diversifying your offerings as a business owner so that you're able to weather the storm and endure in this game called life, right? And if I may, I would love to share a concept of diversification called the medicine wheel. I hinted at it last week. And so, go gadget, a whiteboard.
Ooh, all right.
Dun dun! Handheld. So, this is going to be your homework, whether you're listening or viewing, is to look at how you support the 4 areas of balance in your life. Your medicine wheel is how you invest in your mental health, your head, how you invest in your emotional health, heart, body, how you invest in your physical health, and spirit, how you invest in your spiritual health. So mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. What causes you to have improved mental health and what causes you to feel mentally drained? What causes you to have improved emotional state and drained emotional state? What causes you to have improved physical health versus drained or harmed physical health? What makes you feel spiritually strong and uplifted versus what kills your spirit, right? Drains your soulfulness. Head, heart, body, and spirit goal is to balance all four, come into that powerful place. But you need to sit down and journal about all 4 points and the positives and negatives on a daily basis. And this is about actions. What actions improve versus what actions withdraw from my mental bank account? What actions deposit into my emotional sense of stability, joy, confidence versus what withdraws from my sense of emotional stability, joy, confidence? What actions am I doing on a daily basis that improve my physical health versus what are the actions that I do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that completely withdraw from it and drain it? What actions am I doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that improve my sense of spiritual fortitude, right? And positive expectation, optimism. And what is causing me to look at the economy, my relationship, people, my children, men, women, etc., like there's no good ones left and everyone's crazy? What is draining my spirit? Do that to analyze your bank accounts. Medicine wheel.
What a fantastic exercise. I hope everybody who is listening, at a point, you jot down those questions, come back to listen again, come back and watch the videos so you can see the diagram that Victoria put here. For if you're watching, you're following along, you may want to rewind, pause, and ask yourself those questions, because there are so many different ways. You are a unique person who's going to have your own way to refill your bank account. That's true for you. It's true in your leadership role. It's true in your business role. It's true in every different aspect of your life, that you yourself have a unique way. There are some sort of set standards that often work for most people, but most being the operative word, you have a way of going about the world that is just yours. And so when you can find your own system of success, that is going to be sustainable. And when you start doing those kinds of things, it's not just putting $1 in that bank account. It's putting $1 in and noticing that dollar compound, just like we were talking about with asking for help. That is something that helps you feel better, reduces the amount of energy that it takes for you, builds the relationship, helps the other person feel better. So it's good, clean energy that compounds over time. Same with developing systems. Like, same thing. We have good, clean energy there. So do that exercise and come back and let us know. If you are following along, we do this every Wednesday, 3:30 on YouTube and LinkedIn, and we would love to have you come back and comment and let us know what you came up with, what resonated with you, what ideas did you have, and what did you try? Because we're all about taking action. So try some of these ideas and see what comes up. Our next conversation next week, we're going to continue to be talking about this idea of energy, but in a different way. We're going to be talking about focus, in the sense of, we want to talk about who your market is. So we talk a lot to business leaders, leaders in general. This does apply to everyone, not even if you're not in business for yourself. Who is your market? And it's not going to be everyone on the planet. The more you get specific, just like we're talking about with being specific about the actions that you can take to raise your energy, the more specific you get, the faster you grow. And we want that focus of specificity for you. So come back next week and we'll be talking about your market and how it is not everyone.
Yeah. All righty then. So if you've gotten to the end of this video, yay, you've been listening on the podcast. Thank you. You know what to do. Hit that like, share, subscribe so that you tell the algorithm and all of your friends that this was valuable. If you enjoyed it, pass it on, right? Why not? Be generous and keep the energy circulating. And if you want Nettie and I's support with your unique business or your unique leadership position, make sure you comment, connect below, and we will reach out to you in a 3-way DM on LinkedIn. So we are sending you so much love. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, everyone.